Okay. Edith, whoa. Never played this game before. It's a pretty cool game though, from what I read in the comments. Let's see if I can get... share this to some social media real quick.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, that's cool, I like how they did that.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I'd like to have those. Okay, it just came from there.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What kind of crazy door is this?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's weird. Why is it? Huh. The hell was that? That's not weird at all.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Oh,
I
this
think
is
my mom
cool.
sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Dude, that's awesome how this is painted. Is that like a little train car? Yeah. That's cool, man. It's like the house they were talking about. The
Lewis
same.
told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh shit! It unlocked.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that yet. Let me go look at the rest of the top floor first.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I wonder why the room's all sealed up for. They said after he went missing that they sealed all the rooms up, but that's still kind of weird. All these pictures on the wall and shit.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Huh. Barbara, huh?
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
And they just keep all their own rooms. That's crazy.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Huh. Okay.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
What does that say? Gregory. Ooh, that's a 1-year-old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
That'll say Calvin. 50 to 61.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother. Calvin.
Let's go see what these secrets have. Okay, cool little window.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
What do you mean, bro? What are we about to get into?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Catch them in
I
Molly's
grew up
room.
looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's cool. Okay.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, so you ate the carrot. She's got little fishes.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, little fishes. Oh, get your head out of there. Go stick your head in there. So I can go one of two ways.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Okay, see how it is. Gonna send me to bed with no dinner? I'll go find some dinner. Let's go find dinner.
I kept eating and eating.
Ooh, eating toothpaste. Yuck. Just ate a whole thing of toothpaste, bro.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I don't think we're supposed to eat those.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh, let's eat this
It was a
motherfucking
barn
bird.
swallow going back to her nest. I
You're a barn
reached out for
swallow.
her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh, snap. Bro, we're a cat right now. Get her.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh, I got you now. Oh.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Cool if I go up here.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, this is cool. I'm an owl.
Rabbits.
Gotcha.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
There you are. Gotcha.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Shoot.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see you.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh, okay, it's inverted now. Oh, there we go.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I wonder where the hell did the rest of her go? Oh, there she is. You're mine now.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Ooh, what am I?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh, you're dead, bro.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Tie myself in a knot. It had to reset. That's funny. I mean, don't break the game now.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I'm a slimy, little slithery snake. Slimy, slithery snake. Whoa! No, I went up to somebody's bathroom. Oh, somebody's asleep, ain't they?
I got closer and closer.
Ooh, do we smell ourselves? Is that what's going on here?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Dang! I like how they did that. That's cool as hell.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
$52 to $63. Dang, bro. Someone loved their birds, man.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Give me just a second here. And just send it to
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
dude took his whole house. That's wicked.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Dang, that dude's up on top of the house trying to recover it.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
They done made a whole thing with him sitting on top of the house and everything. Wow.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
It's a cool little game right
Whatever's
here.
wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Close the book. Oh, I guess you can't look at the people to the outside here. built 1937.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Whoa. This carpet, though.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Got sealed up.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
A moment. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to leave yet. Oh, here we go.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Oh, I hear something here. What's that noise? Damn, guys, I must be missing something here. Ah, here we go. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Pull that over.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, that's cool.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton. Okay. Oh, man. Explore the universe. Enlist. That's crazy, bro. This room concept is crazy. To the command center. Command center.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin, 50 to 61.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Okay.
At Barbara's funeral, he swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, coming. Dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Whee!
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh. Dang, bro.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Man. Oh, it's like a little blaster.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, that's so cool.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Wait down here.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Okay, she died when she was 16.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks.
Oh snap! Well, we know how to get in the basement.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, it's an interactive one too? Oh, that's so cool.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh snap! It's kind of freaky. Rick? Are you down here, Rick?
She found Rick's crutch and
Uh-oh.
imagined the worst.
You done fall and broke his other leg. Where'd all this blood come from, bro? Did you land on the table saw too? See me mess these cans up? That's what I'm gonna do to your face. You mess with me. Oh dang. Hey, ball, corner pocket. Oh, I got it in the corner. Not the pocket, though. Clear the table. I got an achievement. Get away from me, chair. The hell is that? Oh shit. Okay, well this is the bandsaw that her dad. Okay, so that was his blood, okay.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hammond. Arnold, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Impaled and ate. That's a big ass baby. Somebody hiding over there. It wouldn't.
The fridge rattled and grew still.
I don't know if I want to answer that though, bro. Do I got to? I got a crutch.
Oh dear!
Let's smack that motherfucker in the face, wasn't it?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
coming up. But if this is a trick, we're dead, Walter.
There's a skeleton down the hallway. Bust the damn TV with it. Alright, what's up, bro? This is a pretty cool little game right here, man.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Hey, what's up? Bet I'll be in there in a minute.
And then one day, everything just
Bye.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
There's a crutch up. Oh, bro. The crutch from... That's wild. This goes down even further? Okay. He done dug out all kind of stuff, bro. Cereal. That don't look like cereal to me. It look like joints.
I know it's out
Cigarettes or
there
something.
somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Ooh, sledgehammer.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Okay.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one real day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, then he got hit by a... Dang. He got took out by a train. That's why he kept hearing all them noises. So he thought during the Cold War he was actually going to get killed, but he was actually just right by a
Walter died when he
train.
was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Okay, before I do that, I'll be right back. I gotta charge my phone up real quick. Use bathroom. Change out my batteries. Okay. Where's that? Get that changed out. That on, and I'll be right back. sure my mom was trying to protect me. Okay. Make sure that's on, that's on. Right? About to happen.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Okay, okay.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
What else is she telling you?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Don't get by train.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
It's dark.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Chairs up in the trees and shit.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
What the hell? I wonder where that light came from. That place don't have proper, or the property doesn't have no electricity.
But I thought you should know about your family.
That's just not creepy at all.
And the history you're a part of.
It's like a swimming dock right there. Can I go to it? No, I can't go to it.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Doesn't take a sketch at all.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness,
So how's the house have electricity all of a sudden because of the generator? That was
Any
in
of
the
it
basement?
seems possible.
Where's that swing?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Furpy, lurpy, zerpy. What?
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's their house that crashed when they were trying to break the shore. That's crazy, bro.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
It's a big-ass cemetery, bro. For just a family.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh shit, she's 22 weeks pregnant? This is now telling us that. That's the garage.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Not bad. It's like he was in a war.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Okay, so he's in the Marines. Got an axe beside the bed.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Airline ticket. Oh, here's Sam's.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Not quite.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Oh.
Definitely should not have drunk all that.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make... Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Picture of what? What am I looking at here?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn.
Oh, there
you
we
don't have
go.
to do anything. But if you want to... Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, dang, that's how dude died, bruh. He got kicked off the mountain while hunting with his daughter. That's crazy.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
So far I've done Molly, Barbara's, Calvin, Sam, Walter, Odin, Eddie. So I still need to do Eddie's, Dawn's, Milton's, and Lewis, and Greg and Gus. Okay. Oh, here's my next little room. MREs. I bet they'll build this house good as hell.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. The ducks followed me. Okay, I'm controlling this thing. It's cool as hell.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Cool with me. I can play with the frog some more.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. You reminded me so much of Calvin.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy.
We gotta turn the well over. There we go.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh, bro, do I really gotta do that?
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand.
Damn.
About Gregory.
Oh, shit.
About everything.
I'm the frog now, swimming inside the bathtub.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Damn. Oh, there's Gregory's. That's crazy, bro. Dawn.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing
Gus.
poetry, and yet
A
A poem
for
for
Gus.
Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, that's cool.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
wrote.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Fuck you, I don't want a stepmom. Or fly my kite, Dad. Okay, what am I missing here?
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Dang.
she never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
House rules: no playing outside without permission, no answering door to strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark, respect others. Greg, be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, she was in Helping Hands. That's cool. Could call mom and grandma once a week. Buy school books. Get something. Majors, English, teaching, geology. Luke 10:25 to 10:37 and 15:11 through 15:31. Oh. Oh, that's cool. I gotta go back up here though.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Our family history, fact or fiction. Louis Lowell's.
But it didn't last.
The curse. She wrote a book.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
So he just disappeared. Y'all don't even know where the fuck he's at. That ain't creepy at all.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay. Looks like we go further up.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
'88 to 2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Like a lot. You know what he was doing. I was straight stoner. I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner. I guess we can't go that way, can we? This would be chill as hell though, just sit out here, smoke, by the sea. Man. Oh yeah, I'd like to have this little place right here.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
That part. Oh, that's cool as shit, bro.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
It's a nice little setup right here, bro. What are you playing on? The Red King's Dream. Pull this out.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
For smoking weed?
Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What's that?
wander.
Oh, okay, okay. I can move that and my... Okay, so I gotta make sure to do my job while playing this little game.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, okay.
He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh,
I worried
okay.
about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
I'm gonna chop my hand off or something.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Oh, he's getting more wrapped up in his
very
imagination.
promising at first.
So what happens when you play games at work?
Friend.
Gonna acquire a companion.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
You know that time be stinky as hell, big ass bitch is sitting there.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Now I got a little drummer follower. Oh man.
Then he made musicians.
It's getting deep. He on that good medicine. Hey, hey, hey.
And songs for them to play.
Showing them moves off.
He talked about starting a band.
An imaginary band.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
Uh-oh.
He held an election for mayor.
Somebody's got to get elected for mayor in his own imagination. Yo, I won.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, snap. Now I'm driving a boat.
Conquer a city, then immediately push
I don't know
on.
if you drive a boat. What's it called? Captain of a boat. Yeah.
New Louisville.
Well, that's Louisville, Kentucky.
St. Louis.
That's up in like Rhode Island or something.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Oh. Can't turn very easy with this boat.
Minneapolis. Until one day he
that's
forgot to go
Minnesota.
home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
I guess a handsome queen?
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
Ooh, sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
I love this game, bro. This is cool. Really interactive.
He followed the sound of her
harp, of course.
Silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
These fish are piling up.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Look at this dude. Look at that dude.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Dang.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
That dude's on that good medicine, bro. Thinking you're king and you're working in the cannery, chopping up heads.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh yeah. There's a party over here.
Including the wise Calico that insisted on advising him.
The hell?
Queen waited, holding his crown.
cutscene. But okay, I'm down.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Damn. My serious condolences, Dr. Emily Knowles.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Okay, so we're at the very top. Who are we missing? Edith, which is me. They say Milt just disappeared though, so he still may be alive somewhere. Wonder what's next.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Grandma called that right. So we're about to argue, because I ain't going nowhere. You ain't taking me no nursing home.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh snap. Into the library.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Uh-oh.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
It's about to come together now. Oh, we can go to the other house now.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, snap.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
What? Come on, we was about to figure out what was going on.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Bye, Great Grandma. I'm sorry.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Of course she was gone. She ain't trying to go to a nursing home.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Oh, that's funny. I can do this too. Like I can stop.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Oh,
I'm
she's
still
talking
not
about,
sure what to tell you about all this.
She's talking about her kid.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, wait.
This
Hold
journal
on.
was supposed to be for you.
This is what I think it is. Me coming out the womb. Yep, that's what that is. Swim, little buddy, swim.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What, bro? How'd she die? I still don't care. I still like to have that house. Damn. That's crazy, man. Everything is. I guess it does, don't it? Man, that's crazy. I was really wanting to figure out what was in the book. I appreciate everybody staying here with me and sticking with me through the most portion of the game, though. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Did I play that one? It don't seem like I did, though. But I might have, though. Okay, yeah, I did.